Missed that bit. Dad, it didn't land right in front of me.
Afternoon, everyone. Is it afternoon or evening? What would we say?
It's afternoon still.
Afternoon still. Right, afternoon, everyone. I hope... Oh, missed that one. There we go. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Oh, you spat that one out. It's your food. There we go. I hope everyone's having a really good day. And I hope you've had a good weekend and a good week. We've got Finn here to start because everyone loves a little bit of Finn and to see how he's doing. So, Finn's doing really well. You want to take it? He's been having some cuddles with Dad this week, some cuddles with Harper. In fact, yesterday they were having a little play, and I don't know if any of you know, but Harper does like to literally climb inside Finn's mouth. So they do. They love. Oh, that one pinged off. They do love a little play. And it's been a very playful, happy week, hasn't it? Yeah. Taking it? Go on then. Place. Oh, Finn's going to take it. That might make you a little bit jealous. So, for those that don't know, me and Finn this week are starting a Wednesday Wisdom. And this is just... Harper, you're so picky. This is just about talking about different things with Finn. We'll be doing different things like talking about medals he's won, different competitions he's won, awards he's got, daily things that Finn does, loads of that stuff. And this week coming up, I've chose to do a little bit about what I do in Finn's physio. So when I say, hit him in the eye there. So what I mean by physio is what I do to make him stronger, to grow him some muscles, and also maintain the muscles that he's got. And I'll also show the different pressure points I use, not like I'm going to put loads of pressure on, but the different soft spots as well, and the massages I do with him too. So that's a little update on Finn and how he's doing. So he's going to go and chill out for a bit whilst I do my live. Harper, what are you doing? Because you're going to need to come out Finn's way. Off you get. Right, Finn, come on then. Oh, he's got hot dogs all over him. So Finn's going to go chill out. There we go. I'm going to grab all my props. And I mean all my props. I think that's all my props. We have got a ruffle mat ready. Yeah, we have got a ruffle mat ready big cone is massive. I couldn't find any smaller cone that's like that. So that's what we've got and we're stuck with. Actually, just going to grab the sausages. Sorry everyone. It's half being a little bit picky about her food. So, we're doing some harness training and wow, that is a lot of sausages. So this will be our training treats for the week. Loads of sausages, everyone. Even half as excited. So, we're going to be doing a little bit about harness, collar, head collar training, the cone of shame, what we call the cone of shame, that some dogs might need after they go to the vet. Face, is she going to lay down? You're being cheeky now. Down, right, lay down. We are going to be talking a little bit about that. And when I say diving deep into, diving deep into all of these new pieces of equipment. They can be new pieces of equipment. They might be equipment they've had their entire life that they could be excited about or they could be scared about. So some dogs have different emotions. Are you going to get it? Some dogs have different emotions for different things. So for Harper, she is quite scared of her harness and she always has been quite scared. So when I say scared, yeah. She's not scared because you're cheeky now. She's not scared because I'm putting something over her head. She's scared because of the stuff that goes on outside. So she has many anxieties. She gets quite anxious when she's outside, and she just gets too aroused sometimes, and she just can't take it. So she has built quite a negative association with her harness, and we're going to train her to have a positive association. We're going to change the way she looks at this. So there we go, good girl. So you can see as I move my hand there, she backed up a little bit from the harness. She has been a little bit like this since a puppy. She loved her harness when she was a puppy, but when she went through adolescence, which basically their teenage years, she just sort of got a little bit scared. And I've been training her for ages for this, but I think I know it's what happens outside the door, not what's happening inside. So that might be what's happening with your dog. So if your dog's scared or overexcited about the harness, this could be because your dog they get too excited when they're outside, or they get too scared when they're outside. So that's Harper's harness. We have the Perfect Fit harnesses. They're really good, especially for Frenchies, because they have sort of the weird shoulders and the chest and the head. So it's always different sizes for Frenchies. But we got her Perfect Fit harness, and it's really good because you can adjust it depending on their size, and it fits Harper perfectly. So it's not just about what the harness going over their heads. We need to train them to have a positive association. So this training isn't just about training the harness, it's about what happens after we've put the harness on. So, what are harnesses used for? Or head collars or collars? So Harper's got her collar on here. She doesn't mind her collar being put over her because she hasn't had anything negative go on with her collar. We've always walked her on her harness. So harnesses can be used for different things depending on their dogs. So for police dogs, they use harnesses. They use harnesses for tracking, for finding stuff. For guide dogs, they use it to guide, but they only. What other examples have we got? Some dogs.
Sled dogs.
Sorry?
Sled dogs.
Oh yeah, that was it. For huskies or sled dogs, they associate harness with running, and you're being very cheeky, young lady. So yeah, huskies in Alaska. Alaska, is that right?
Yeah, they do it in Scotland.
Yeah, they do it loads of places. They associate. So all of those things I've just said, they. Frank, you can get it. She's like, I don't want to get off because I know. Okay. So those dogs associate harness with running, the guiding, the searching, the sniffing. So they all associate that. So we're going to give their harness a meaning. So behind all of the guide dogs and all the police dogs and sledge dogs, they've trained it to have a meaning. So they don't. So if you were to take a guide dog out on a collar, they wouldn't guide you. But if you put them on their harness, then they're immediately going to know that they're going to be guiding. So we're going to untangle this before we get started. And before I start, some dogs, some dogs might not like harnesses because of the way they're fitted. Some dogs might not like it because of it could be uncomfortable. So if you say you went out and you didn't realise that that part was twisted, that's really uncomfortable. You're being cheeky. Place on that one. Down. Right, sit. You can't be on two beds at once. Here. Right. It could be quite uncomfortable. And so this is why there's padding on that. There's padding all over it to make sure it's comfortable. I have seen some harnesses where it's just rope, just that part. Just make sure that it is comfortable for your dog because sometimes it can't be because it rubs against their armpits. That's really uncomfortable for your dog as well. So come here. Let me get half on set. So if you had a harness, sit. Oh, it's being quite cheeky today. Sit. Right. That's it. If you had a harness rubbing against their armpits, that's really uncomfortable. Or rubbing on their chest, on their neck, it's really uncomfortable. So make sure it is the perfect fit for your dog. What are we going to be using this session? She's actually doing pretty well right now when I'm holding the harness, but if I move this any closer to her, she wouldn't like it. So what do I need? There's loads of different ways that you can do this, some of which only involve the harness, if you only have a harness. I've got a massive cone, or there we go, we've got a cup. You can use a cup that fits your, that perfectly fits her nose. You can use a cup, a cone, this one's massive, but you know what I mean by this cone, where you can fit a treat in the end, and they can put their nose in. Obviously this is a massive cone, so you might not use this one. Or just a normal sports cone. She's a cheeky young lady. Up. That's it. Right, she's been very cheeky today, even though she should be tired because you went on a very long walk, didn't you? And you even did some scent work. So, or just a normal sports cone, you can feed them through. And why these cones? Why a cup? Why a cone? Because this builds your dog's confidence. You're having something put over something's being put over their head. I'm going to put these treats in my bag because you're being very cheeky. So, so it builds confidence putting something over their head, and that's another reason why your dog might be scared of harness, head collar. Place. Papa. Place. Place. So what we're going to do is we have, let me get something a sec. Stay there. Right. What was I getting? I don't know what I was going to get. So, Hopper, come here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my my cup and I'm going to make her comfortable with her putting her nose in the cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, not the treats behind my back, I'm going to have the cup behind my back. Stop it, sit. And can everyone see? Is it?
Yep.
Yep, so have the cup behind my back and I'm going to offer it to her. When she puts her nose in, I'm going to say my marker word and then I'll reward her. Yes. And she doesn't have to put her nose... She doesn't have to put her nose all the way in, it's just building that confidence. Yes. Why do I put it behind my back? Well, if your dog's interested in the treats, it makes it more exciting. So I'll put it behind my back. I'm just going to, perhaps if I move all this stuff out the way. She's trying to pour it now. So, yes, this is just her begging for the treat. You cheeky girl. I'll just wait her out. She saw it was there. Yes. Still trying to pour it. What's this about? If you've got a small cup, this is quite a big one, I could use it. You can also put a treat just inside it. And then, yes, feed from the other hand, making sure that they try not let them, yes, get the treat. And then from there you can add your cues. So head, yes. You can use head, you can use harness, collar, whatever you want to use. Head, yes. So for the cone, it's basically the same. So I'm going to have it this way. Yes. And I'm going to be feeding through the end. It's really funny when you look from this side. Yes. So let everyone have a look at your nose through the cone. No? Yes. Really funny. Yes. Good. So allowing her to put her head in the cone, feeding through the cone. Come. Yes. This sports cone is easier because they can feel the thing around, they can feel the cone around their face and they can also be fed through the end. Yes. Yes, girl. And then you can add your cue. And you can also add a little bit of duration. Head. Good. She's also getting that feeling around the edge of the cone where she's sticking her mouth through. Yes. Good girl. And we've also got the lead. So if your dog's a little bit scared of the lead too, you can just guide their head through, and that's really good for teaching them to bring their head through a harness. And as you build it up, oh, you didn't get that. She just want to do training. As you build it up, you can make it a little bit tighter. I know, we're not doing free work. Yes, good girl. Here. Good, building confidence. So you can see she sort of rushed to get her head out there. So I'm going to put a treat over there. Yes, good. She's looking all right now. I'm going to get some more treats and I'm going to slowly bring it back over her head.
Quick question, what are you using for treats today?
So for my treats, because Harper is quite anxious about the harness, I'm using some high value treats. So I've got some sausages here, yummy. Can we see that? I've got some yummy high value sausages. And the only reason I'm using high value for her is, and you can do it for any dog, is because she's scared of the harness. She's not scared, she's anxious about it. So, I'm just going to show you again. So, bring it over nice and slowly and then take it off nice and slowly. Good. And then another game we can do is we can put the harness laid out completely on the floor. So I'm going to have Harper's laid out like that. And I'm just going to sprinkle some treats in and around the harness. So you can see I've sort of put some in the head part there so she can feel what the harness is like. Should we bring it around a little bit so we can see? So I'm putting some in there, and just different places where we expect them to be able to feel it. So you don't have to do all of these games. You do want to use a cone, you might decide you want to use the collar, the lead. So then what we're going to do is, I don't expect Harper to just rewarding her for putting her nose through. Yes, good girl. Yes. Good. Yes, good. And I'll reward her when I'm taking it off as well. Because not only are we teaching them to put it over their head, we're also teaching them to take it off. Yes. With the cone, you can also teach them a cue to put their head in. So we would use head. Good. And then I'll reward her for taking it off. I'll try again. Getting it all the way on and taking it off. She has big ears, so it's quite hard getting it over those ears, isn't it? In fact, I might just loosen it a bit for your big ears. And yeah, making sure you have the right measurements as well is key, so that's fine. So she's backing away a little bit. Good, and then I'll taking it off. And we'll do it again. Good. It's alright, good girl. And then, once you've got the harness on, you can take it off again, and you can also reward them for the clicking of the harness, because some dogs are scared of that. Yes. Good. So I'm just rewarding her for the clicking of the harness, because some dogs don't like that. And they could have had a history. Some dogs could have had a history of the clip being stuck in their hair and it really hurting. Some dogs just don't like loud noises like that. Come on in. So once you've taught your dog this, it does take a little while. Then you'll start taking it outside. So you can put the harness on. Yeah, I know, Harper. Sorry. Good girl. Do you want to jump in your place for this? Don't want to scare you out. In fact, since we're done with her, we'll give her her ruffle mat with her food in. I don't know if she's going to have it. Ooh, dropping treats everywhere. I don't know if she'll have it because it's got her food in, but it'll keep her. No. Should I put some high value yummy sausages in them? There we go. That'll keep her busy. And so she isn't looking at the harness and freaking out a little bit. So, once you've taught your dog the head cue and putting the harness on, then you can attach the lead. And once you've put the lead on, you can add a tiny little bit of pressure. Literally, so if I had the lead, that would probably be enough pressure if it was on my dog. So if I just put that on my arm, tiny little bit of pressure and then reward, just because we're teaching them that pressure on the harness is fine, because obviously some dogs might be a little bit scared when you put just a tinsy bit of pressure on. So you're just going to have your dog on the harness and lay it on the floor so it's a little bit easier. So if your dog's head is there, obviously your dog is not going to be laying on the floor, you're going to just a little bit of pressure and then reward. Little bit, reward. Little bit, reward. And then you can unclip the lead and reward. Are you done? Would you like? I don't think you would. So, sit, sit. Harper, sit. Good girl. So I'm not going to put it on her. We will refresh her ruffle mat. You're supposed to wait. Hold on. Hold on. Bear with me whilst I keep Harper's entertainment going. God, did I just knock over? She's already started. I suppose it's quite tempting if it's right in front of her and I'm stuffing it. What you do is you can start by taking it outside and making it a positive walk. And walk down your drive and back, and it's a positive walk. And you might take your dog out and just check that there is no other things that your dog might be scared of out there. So if it's a bin men, just make sure the bin men aren't there. If it's a dog, make sure a dog isn't there. And just so you check your surroundings, and it's a positive walk. And what was I going to say? Yeah, so make it a positive walk, and then you can build it up to taking it to the path outside your house. So you will walk a little bit up the path, back home, and then you're done. And all that time you'll be rewarding your dog, making sure they know that it's a positive thing to be doing. Perhaps not the park, because nation. That is what we always say about the journey. It's not about where you get to, so for example the park or town. It's about how the walk goes, so the training in the walk and making sure it's a positive walk. Have I covered everything? Yes, I think I have. Has anyone got any questions?
Can't see them on here. I think
Can't
we've answered the ones on there, but we've not. What is it?
I've answered all the. We've answered all the things on Instagram. I'm afraid we can't see the ones on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We will check back later and have a look and answer any questions that you may have. And I hope everyone's enjoyed. Harper's definitely enjoyed, and she's definitely going to go have a little nap and go to sleep and enjoy her lovely night in front of the fire. Harper? She doesn't want to say her words, but she wants to show off some tricks. Should we show off some tricks? I think we should. Right, should we tell everyone what tricks we've done? So, where do we start? We have tricks like sit pretty. Good. Ballet. Yes. I don't know if she remembers this. Nose. She's just sniffing my hand for treats, but she can do it. We have here, sit, paw, the general paw. We have the high five. Good. And we have a children's classic. Harper, we will have to swap sides just so everyone can see. Sit. 1 potato. 2 potato. 3 potato. 4. Yes. So it's basically the what children do is 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. And Harper loves it. Sit. 1 potato, 2 potato. Right. Yay! So we haven't quite mastered the part where she puts her other paw on top of my hand, but she still does get it up there, so that's really good. Her favourite, her all-time favourite, she does it as soon as I call her back for recall, and this is spin. But that went well. Spin. Turn. Yes. If I'm standing up, she'll spin. Good. Turn. Yes. I probably haven't covered all the tricks, but touch. And you might have saw there, she does lift her paw a little bit because she thinks I'm asking for a paw. Touch. Yes. She knows roll over. Down. Roll over. What else does she know? I think of, her favourite. You can't see my body, but you can see my feet. Middle. So she knows her middle, and she can also do back in the middle. Good. Harper, didn't free you. She knows feet on. Little dance move there. She go forwards and backwards. Yes, free. And she also knows feet on. Dropping tricks. She knows feet on an object. Feet on. Good. this morning we were having a little play around, weren't we, Harper? And we were using feet on different items, so we can do it on rolly things. We are practicing at the moment. So if I hold the feet on, this one's a little bit small, but we had a money tin, and I don't know, have we got anything up there that we can show? I don't think we do.
No.
Don't worry about that. But we're teaching her on rolly things so she can start doing another party trick. That's most of her tricks. She has loads more. And like I say, she absolutely loves her tricks. When I say tricks, it can be a party thing, but sometimes I use tricks for Harper when I want her to engage with me. So, that is this week's Top Kids Club. I still don't know why I've got the Top Kids Club Christmas countdown in my head. Maybe it's because it's really fun. Really fun, isn't it, Harper? Harper loves it. Thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you all have a lovely week, and I hope it's full of fun and dog cuddles. So have a good week, and I hope you enjoyed this. Bye!